Hello, everyone. Welcome to the class of Architectural Drawing and Reading. Next, let's learn about architectural detail drawings, floor plans, elevation views, and sectional views are drawn at a smaller scale. So many details such as construction dimensions, materials, and methods cannot be clearly expressed. Therefore, it is necessary to draw detailed local construction drawings of the building at a larger scale. These drawings are called architectural details or large-scale drawings. Architectural details refer to detailed drawings of local constructions drawn at a larger scale. They can be an enlarged view of a certain part in a floor plan, elevation view, or sectional view, or an enlarged sectional view of a certain part. Or they can also be an enlarged drawing of a certain construction node or a certain component. Architectural detail drawings include wall sections, sectional drawings, as well as details of stairs, doors and windows, balconies, canopies, kitchens, bathrooms, architectural decoration, etc. Architectural detail drawings are mainly used to show details, structural shapes, layers, dimensions, materials, and construction methods, as well as detailed dimensions of various parts. How to read and draw them. First, let's learn about the scale of architectural details. Details are usually drawn in a larger scale, with common scales being 1:1, 1:2, 1:5, 1:10, 1:20, 1:50, etc. Architectural details have complete dimensioning and detailed text descriptions. The number of details depends on the needs, and the line types are consistent with those referenced in the drawings. Architectural detail. Index symbols. If a certain part or component in the drawing needs to be shown in detail elsewhere, it should be indexed by an index symbol, as specifically shown in the figure. The upper part is the detail drawing number, and the lower part is the number of the drawing on which the detail is located. The thin short line indicates that the detail is on this page, and the lines in the middle and at the bottom are leader lines. The circle and diameter of the index symbol should all be drawn with thin solid lines, and the diameter of the circle is 10 mm. Index symbols. For local sectional detail drawings, when the index symbol is used for indexing sectional detail drawings, a thick and short dash line of the cutting position line should be drawn at the cut part, and the index symbol should be led out with a leader line. The side where the leader line is located is the viewing direction of the section, and the number of the index symbol is the same as that of the indexing symbol, as shown in the figure. The red thick solid line represents the cut part. The blue thin solid line is the leader line leading out the index symbol, and the side of the blue leader line is the projection direction. Detail symbols. The location and number of details should be represented by detail symbols. Detail symbols are thick solid line circles with a diameter of 14 mm. When the detail and the indexed drawing are on the same sheet of paper, The number of the detail should be noted with Arabic numerals inside the detail symbol, such as detail number 5 in the figure. If the detail and the indexed drawing are not on the same sheet of paper, a horizontal thin solid line can be drawn inside the detail symbol. The detail number is noted in the middle of the upper semicircle, and the number of the indexed drawing is noted in the middle of the lower semicircle, such as the detail symbol of 5/3 in the figure. Let's introduce the leader lines again. They can be horizontal lines, diagonal lines at 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, with a line width of 0.25 b. They can also be folded into horizontal lines at the above-mentioned angles, or share the leader lines. The characters are written above or at the ends. Material descriptions in detail drawings. In addition to drawing material legends, textual descriptions should also be added. The method is to direct the leader line to the position to be explained. One end of the leader line should pass through all construction layers to be led out, and the other end should draw several horizontal lines perpendicular to it. The textual descriptions should preferably be annotated above or at the ends of these horizontal lines. The order of the descriptions should be from top to bottom and should be consistent with the layers being explained. If the layers are arranged horizontally, the order of explanations from top to bottom should be consistent with the layers from left to right, as shown in the figure. Exterior wall detail drawings are imaginary sectional views of the wall, completely cut through at the window openings, drawn in a larger scale. The wall sectional detail drawings are actually enlarged views of the wall, thoroughly illustrating the construction and methods of the main nodes of the wall, from the foundation to the roof. The specific regulations for exterior wall detail drawings are as follows. Commonly used scales are 1 to 10, 1 to 20, 1 to 50, and the line types are the same as those in sectional drawings. The axis number of the wall is shown in the figure, indicating 2 axis lines, 3 axis lines, or more than 3 axis lines, as well as over 3 axes continuously numbered. Main contents. The exterior wall detail mainly shows the structures at the ground, floor, roof, and eaves, etc. The connection form between the floor slab and the wall, as well as the detailed construction methods of door and window openings, window sills, damp-proof courses, aprons, and rainwater pipes, etc. At the same time, in the sectioned parts, corresponding material legends should be drawn according to the materials used, and multi-layer construction descriptions should be noted. Since the wall is relatively high and the drawing scale is relatively large, when drawing, a break line is often used at the window opening for omission. If the structures of each floor in a multi-story building are the same, only the construction nodes of the ground floor, the top floor, or +1 intermediate floor can be drawn. However, at the elevation of the intermediate floor and the upper and lower edges of the wall openings. The elevation of the omitted floors should be noted in brackets, as shown in the figure, where 6 meters in brackets, at the elevation of 3-meter story height. Sometimes, for the detailed drawings of component nodes such as eaves, roofs, floors, window sills, and aprons of buildings, they can be directly selected from the Architectural Standard Drawing Collection, but it is necessary to mark the index symbols at the corresponding parts in the building plan, elevation, or section drawing, and note the name, number, and detailed drawing number of the Standard Drawing Collection. On the outside of the exterior wall detail, vertical sectional dimensions, and the elevations of the outdoor ground, the upper and lower edges of the window sill, the top of the exterior wall, etc., should be marked. On the inside of the wall, the elevations of the indoor ground, the floor and the ceiling should be marked. When drawing, each node detail should be marked with detail symbols and scales respectively. The construction levels of the sectional nodes of the exterior wall should be scientific and reasonable. Pay attention to the construction methods of waterproofing and thermal insulation barriers. At the windowsill, the construction of waterproofing and drainage should be well done. Dear students, please draw carefully and learn more about the construction of the exterior wall, the window sill, and the roof. Understand and remember them. The above is all the content of this section. Thank you for your watching.